EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Only good for saving face, see the cosmetics. How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we up the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux, and that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth you full of deceit, let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, my son!
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Loose inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Franklin. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Liking 18!
Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Oh, my son! Hey. Ready? My name is...
On the slant, completes to Sutton. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Oh, my son!
To throw, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dameon Pierce from 10 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Pushing his way through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yellow!
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throws right side, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Hold on, set. Ready. My name is...
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Brings up second down 5.
To throw is Nix. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hold on, set. Ready. My name is... Pull left.
Here's Nix. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
33-yard line.
Captain.
One play action. Here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos at 11-2 now. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Nix to the air. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. My name is...
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, When they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Man over the middle, and it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashard Smith from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time he led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Away, away, away. Away, away. Captain, 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 captain. Away, away, away. Away, away, away. Joe, Joe, Joe.
2nd and 6. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Away, away, away. Away. Captain, 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 captain.
Operating from the gun, Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver.
Almost set. Ready. Back, back, back. Away, away, away. Away, away, away. Joe, Joe, Joe.
Back to throw again. That's taken in by Franklin. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
To kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10. The Broncos take over first and 10. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Captain. Hey! Away! Bombers.
Operating from the gun, Nix. Oh, that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. Back to throw. Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Broncos 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Now 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nix from the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
A gain of 18.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And some room to run now. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 44 yards. And the Chiefs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Now it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Hold on, son. Motion, motion. Hey, motion, motion.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field.
A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. On the gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they open the lead up now to 25. We're holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Ready.
To throw. Here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They're going. It's Nix.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Captain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And that will be incomplete as well. Misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Hold on, son. Ready.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He'll try to do it himself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jahdae Barron.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
And he is going to lose yardage here. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He'll try to do it himself.
And now here's another interception.
Trip McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is,
there he goes, right side. A big play there for KC. 62 yards. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
180!
a give right side for Pacheco.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball is even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Again, idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Mahomes going to throw it here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Go.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run it again with Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Olay. Captain. Bombers.
Here's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass. You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Yellow. Side.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Ball 11. Ready.
They'll go play action with Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Chiefs, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.